What we have here is typical photovoltaic panels. They are made of silicon, much like your electronic devices that run computers. They're silicon chips, and they convert the sunlight, the light itself, directly into electricity without any moving parts. The placement of the solar panel and the orientation of the solar panel is very important. In New Mexico, typically we angle the panel at a 30-degree constant fixed angle. That's very nice for this part of the country. A different part of the country's, the tilt angle would be different. Normally, we also orient the panel directly due south, so it gets most of this direct sun's energy throughout the day. Shading is also an important consideration. Placing it on the roof, if you have any sort of structure on the roof that might shade a little bit of the cell, even a partial shade, a little bit of shading over part of the panel, we can lose as much as 70% of our energy just shading a partial of this panel. 2 or 3 cells of the total panel being shaded, we can lose a significant amount of energy. Shading from structures, from trees, from nearby buildings, vent pipes on the roof, all should be taken into consideration. These are 50-watt panels. They're a little older, they're a little bigger than some of the new ones, but they work great. They've worked very nicely in this situation. So we have 2 of them, which gives us a total of 100 watts total. Calculating the number and size of the panels can be a little bit intimidating, but there are a lot of websites, a lot of online resources that you can go that allow you to enter in how much electricity do you generally use a month. How much of that do you want to supply with your solar system? For example, typical for New Mexico is a little between 600,000 and 700,000 watt hours per month. How much of that do I want to have with my solar system? How much storage do I need? How many cloudy days might there be? Do I expect 3 cloudy days? Then I might need enough storage in my batteries to supply the electricity for 3 days. Something like that. Those kind of calculations can be a little intimidating, but there's a lot of places that we can get that information and get people to help us with that information.
The preceding was a production of New Mexico State University. The views and opinions in this program are those of the author and do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of the NMSU Board of Regents.